Hello, 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 boys and girls. This is Mrs. Duggar. How are you? I'm here to read you another book today. The name of this book is called Goodnight Moon. It's one of my favorite books I love to read. And we're going to start it right now. Goodnight Moon. By Margaret Wise and Clement Hurd is the illustrator. And we know that the author writes and the illustrator draws, right? We know that. In the great green room, there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of the cow jumping over the moon, and there were 3 little bears sitting in chairs. And 2 little kittens and a pair of mittens, and a little toy house and a young mouse. And a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush, and a quiet old lady whispering, "Hush." I wonder who that lady is. Good night, room. Oh my goodness. Look at this beautiful room. All these beautiful colors. Good night, moon. Good night, cow jumping over the moon. This is a great book. Saying good night. Good night, light and the red balloon. Good night, bears. Good night, chairs. Saying good night to all of this stuff. Can you see? Good night, kittens. Good night, mittens. He is saying good night to everything. Look at those mittens. How many of you have kittens and mittens? Good night clocks and good night socks. Oh, saying good night socks and clocks. Good night little house and good night mouse. Good night comb, good night brush. I mean, just good night to everything. Because it's time to go. Good night nobody, good night mush. And good night to the old lady whispering, hush. Oh, she wanted him to go night night. Good night stars, good night air. Good night noises everywhere. All the noises, good night. The end. Good night, tigers. I want you to have a good night, and I can't wait to see you soon. Have a good night, tigers.